What's going on, YouTube? It's been a minute. This wasn't necessarily the video that I had planned for today or the one that I've been working on for the last couple days, but I feel like the one that I'm working on needs a certain kind of approach, because it's a little bit heavy in subject matter. I did want to put one out today of something that I've been kind of thinking about the last couple days, though. It's been difficult to film anything because of just kind of feeling blah. And it's like, I think it's mostly due to the weather. It's just basically trying to find the energy to do things. And it's not there. So I finally had a burst of energy and figured I'd kind of put this one out. But as you know, I created the channel to hopefully start creating content and monetizing it, for the purpose of getting money so that I could start the camp that I want to do, the nonprofit. As of late, as I explained in one of my other videos, just because of the lack of manpower, because it's not a project that one person can take on, and the lack of manpower to help develop the camp forced me to have to dissolve the nonprofit and start from scratch, which I have. I'm actually still in the process of dissolving the previous project so that I can start fresh on the new one. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about, is the whole, lack of manpower aspect. If you follow Roberto Blake, he talks about entrepreneurship or being an entrepreneur as very lonely, and I understand what he means, and I now fully understand what he means, because I've done several projects in the past where they've just been fundraisers. And to get people involved and to get them interested, I think it's more of a challenge than the actual task of putting on the fundraiser or the project and hosting it and doing what needs to be done. Too often, people want something for nothing. They want to be compensated, for nothing. And it's disheartening when you have a genuine desire to get something done, but you know that it can't be done with just one person. The problem that I'm having a lot lately is dealing with people who are sitting there saying, "Oh, that's an awesome idea, I'd love to be involved." And, that's a great thing to do, it's very much needed. The issue that I have is when these people sit there and tell me that they want to be involved, and they give me their contact information and a way to, get a hold of them and times to get a hold of them. And what's disheartening is you reach out to them and you never hear anything back. And I had an interaction with a girl who works on one of the local news stations, and I had messaged her and said, I want to bounce some ideas off of you, and I was wondering, if we could touch base and start a dialogue. She's like, "Yeah, that's cool, just send me an email and whatnot." So I sent her an email. It is April right now. I sent her the email back in February, I believe, shortly after I started my YouTube. Um, it I had only had a few videos up at that time. And so I emailed her and I explained what I wanted to do. And I still haven't heard back from her. I have messaged her on Twitter. I've, sent her a DM on Twitter. I've done everything I possibly can think of to try and initiate a dialogue. And it's just not happening. And I don't know why. Um, it's mind-boggling because ever since I moved out of New York and moved down here to Virginia, the environment seems so much better and the people seem so much more connected and involved in their community. And for something like I'm doing with the camp, you would think that people would automatically want to jump on it, or if they don't have the ability to, they know somebody who does. And I just, like I said, it's mind blowing that these people are making empty gestures for me to contact them because they want to get involved. Yet, when all is said and done, they really have no interest in getting involved. And then there are the people who get involved and for some reason or another, they automatically start to pull back because they didn't understand what they were getting themselves into in the first place. And they will message you and say, I definitely wanted to help, but it's a lot more detail oriented and time consuming, and it's just overwhelming. It's like, and unfortunately, the person that I'm speaking about has worked with other nonprofits. So for them to say, I don't think that I have the time for it and it's overwhelming, it's like, you've worked with other nonprofits, you knew what you were getting yourself into. And I don't understand people sometimes. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers on my channel yet, but if you see this video and you are anywhere in the Southwest Virginia area, please share my video. I would love to, get this restarted because it's something that I've been trying to do since I was 18 years old. I'm now 33. Moving to Virginia just gave me the opportunity and the means to be able to do it. Now I just have to find the people that are willing to help. Additionally, I had spoken before about, having a PayPal, having a GoFundMe, and working on a Patreon. The PayPal and the GoFundMe are going to be in the description. I finally do now have the Patreon going. I don't have a lot in the way of rewards to offer at this point, but I am working on merchandise right now, primarily hats, just because hats kind of are my thing. And trust me, you have to have a good sense of humor when these hats come out to understand where the humor is coming from. But yeah, I will have those, and I will offer those on the Patreon. Like I said in the previous video, the GoFundMe is for a trip to Japan to see the Olympics and Paralympics for the summer of 2020. So we've got time to raise money. Additionally, I just found out recently that the organization that runs my camp that I went to when I was a kid, they also have a camp in Japan. And my goal is to visit that camp when I go to Japan. So these, these ways of bringing in money, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, the Patreon, they are crucial right now because ultimately this trip to Japan will lead to connections to be able to establish the camp and get it built and up and running by 2023, because I want to do that so that it ends up being open on the 30th anniversary of the camp that I went to. The camp that I went to opened in 1993 in June, or not, I'm sorry, not June, in July, and I want to be able to, pay tribute to them by opening up my camp in July of 2023. So any help is amazing. I know that the YouTube community bands together and helps their own. Know that the money that I, accumulate is going to go to the development of the camp. It's not going to go to me. Once the camp is developed and open and running, I will end up using the YouTube for my income, just so I don't take anything from the camp. Just to reiterate that, because I believe I said that in the last video. But being able to interact with people face to face is just not in the cards right now. So any help that we can get for the Japan trip, so that I can network with the right people and be able to do a few other things to get this ball rolling, it would be very much appreciated. And just kind of as an end, or as a stopping point, if you have somebody who's trying to do something good in your life, if you're able to help them, please do. If you offer to help them, please stick by your word, because you don't know fully what they're going to be dealing with until you get involved. And don't make empty promises, because all of us want to make our mark and, help the people around us. And we have to have those people to be able to do that. We have to have the help of those people to do that. So I hope everybody's happy and healthy, and I promise the time lapse between videos will not be as bad this next time. I just have to be in the right frame of mind to do the next video so that it comes out properly. I will see everybody soon. I will leave all the links in the description, and you can contact me anytime with questions. I'll see everybody soon. Bye.